Hello boys and girls, it's Mark here, Vicar from St Martin's. It's great to see you all, and I hope and pray that you and your families are well. Now boys and girls, I wonder if you like going to parties. I want you to pretend that you are having a party. I wonder what you would like to eat or wear or play at your party. Maybe you'd like to eat lots of yummy birthday cake. That'd be good, wouldn't it, eh? It's always good to go to a party with lots of yummy birthday cake. Or maybe you'd like to wear a pretty party dress. Or maybe you'd like to play Pass the Parcel. Shall I show you boys and girls what I would like to have at my party? I would like to have balloons. Balloons are always good fun at a party, aren't they? Well, today's true story from the Bible is all about a party. And our friend, the Apostle Pete, is going to tell us what happened at this party. Hello boys and girls, it's the Apostle Pete here, and I spent 3 amazing years of my life following King Jesus around. And boy, have I got an amazing story to tell you today. Today's story took place at a wedding party. We were at a wedding party with Jesus. And do you know what happened, boys and girls? Do you know what happened? They run out of wine to drink at this wedding party. Absolute disaster. It would be like you going to a party and there being no birthday cake to eat. Imagine if you went to a birthday party and there was no birthday cake to eat. It would be rubbish, wouldn't it? Well, at this wedding party, they had run out of wine. Absolute disaster. Now, Jesus' mother, Mary, was there. And she went up to Jesus and she said, "Can you do something about it, Jesus?" So, do you know what Jesus did, boys and girls? He told the servants at the party to fill up 6 huge jars with water. He then told them to take a cup of this water and to give it to the master of the party. Well, do you know what, boys and girls? When the servants went with a cup and they took some water from this jar, do you know what they found? They found that the water had been turned into wine. That's right! The water had been turned into wine. They couldn't believe it. They were absolutely amazed. So, do you know what they did next? They took the wine to the master of the party and he drank the wine. And do you know what he said? He said that this was the best party wine ever. Now, what does this amazing story tell us about King Jesus? Well, it tells us 2 things. Firstly, it tells us that Jesus has the power of God. Jesus has the power of God. Imagine with me that I try to turn this water into blackcurrant juice. If I tried to do that, boys and girls, I wouldn't be able to, because I don't have that kind of power. Only God can do those kinds of things. And when Jesus turned water into wine, it showed us that he has the very power of God. Jesus is God. Secondly, it tells us that Jesus' parties are the best parties ever. Do you remember what the master of the party said about the wine that Jesus had produced from water? He said it was the best wine ever. And from that, we learn that Jesus' parties will be the best parties ever. At Jesus' parties, Nothing horrible will happen. No one will get sick. No one will get hurt. No one will cry. We won't have to say goodbye to our families and friends at the end of the party, because Jesus' party will go on forever and ever and ever and ever. It will be the best party ever. And one day, this party will come true. One day in the future, Jesus' party will happen. And Jesus invites us all to this amazing party. And all we have to do to go to Jesus' party is to say yes to him. All we have to do is say, Jesus, I want to follow you. I want to trust you. I want you to rescue me. And if we say yes to Jesus, it means you and I will go to be in Jesus' party. The party that will be the best party ever. So boys and girls, and grown-ups too, I hope you say yes to Jesus' invitation to the best party ever today. Oh, boys and girls, wasn't that an amazing story? Now, I wonder how good your memories are. I wonder if you can remember what Jesus turned water into. Can you remember what Jesus turned water into? Maybe you like to tell the grown-up with you. What did Jesus turn water into? He turned water into wine, didn't he? And I wonder if you can remember what two things that told us about Jesus. Firstly, it told us that Jesus has, can you remember, word beginning with P? Jesus has the power of God, because only God can do those kinds of things. And I wonder if you can remember the second thing that it told us about Jesus. It taught us that Jesus' parties are, there's a clue, the best parties ever. Jesus' parties are the best parties ever. And we're now going to sing a song. And in this song, we're going to sing about God's people in God's place, enjoying God's blessings. And that's just another way of saying that God's people will get to be with God one day in the best party ever. It's God has a plan.
A big kingdom plan. God's people in God's place is what we'll see. Jesus is the King, the Saviour who will bring God's rule and blessing, setting people free. For God he loved the world so much, he sent his only Son into the world, so that if we believe in him we will not perish but will live eternally. God's people in God's place is what will be. God's plan is great, we just can't wait. Jesus is cool and he will rule. We'll be God's people in God's place. His blessings big, his rule is ace. God has a plan, and it's a big kingdom plan. God's people in God's place is what we'll see. Jesus is the King, the Saviour who will bring God's rule and blessing, setting people free. For God he
Well, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that song. It was a great song, wasn't it? I'm going to say a prayer now, so let me pray. Dear God, we thank you for Jesus. We thank you for the miracle where he turned water into wine. We thank you that that tells us that Jesus has the power of God, because only you, God, can do those kinds of things. And we thank you that it tells us that Jesus' party will be the best party ever. Please help us to say yes to Jesus, to follow him today, so that we will know that one day we will get to go to be with Jesus in the best party ever. Amen. Well, boys and girls, I hope that you have enjoyed our time together. I know I have, and I'm going to say goodbye to you now, and I hope and pray that you and your families are well and stay safe. So goodbye, boys and girls, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.